Hey, sports fans. Welcome back to the channel. Chi-Town Collector here. For all my Chicago fans out there, bear down. Big weekend ahead of us. Playoff football for the first time in quite a few years. Huge victory last week over our arch rival, our hated Green Bay Packers. So hopefully we can come out with a dub again this weekend. Maybe a little less only second half football. But anyway, the reason for my video today is to share a few recent pickups. I have some LCS and some eBay purchases. If any of you watched my first video, none of my targeted cards were achieved just yet, but I was able to add a few, I figure, pretty cool, reasonable, low-priced vintage cards to the collection. So a few basketball, a few baseball. So let me get this camera turned around and I'll share a few recent pickups. All right, let's get started. First one I have for you is a 1970 Fleer World Series of the 1908 Chicago Cubs. Tinker Evers to Chance. Obviously, this is a non-playing day card, but these were pretty cool. I had never seen them before and saw them on eBay and thought I'd pick one up. So, the next one I have is a 1980 Topps Pete Maravich, Lloyd Free, and Dennis Johnson. Obviously, the big card in this set is the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird rookie card. Huge basketball fan growing up, huge Pete Maravich fan, so there's a theme going here. I fell into a lot of Pete Maravich's, so next one I have is a 78-79 Topps Pete Maravich with the Utah Jazz. The next one I have is the 74-75 Topps Hawks Team Leaders. Pete Maravich, scoring and assists leader. The next one I have is the 77-78 Topps Pete Maravich. Someday, as any of you that have seen my first video, the 1970-71 Pete Maravich Topps rookie card is definitely on my list. Next one I have is a 74-75 Topps NBA Leaders. I just thought this one was cool because of all three of the Hall of Famers that are on here. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, McAdoo, and Pete Maravich. The next one I have is the 1975-76 Topps Jazz Team Leaders. Again with Pete Maravich, assists and scoring leader. And the next one I have is the 1974-75 Topps Bucks Team Leader with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson. And the next one I have is a 1981 Topps Super Action Dr. J. And this is not quite vintage, but my childhood growing up loving basketball. So I have the 1988-89 Fleer Reggie Miller rookie card. And to stick with the theme of the 88-89 Fleer rookies, I have Horace Grant. Growing up in the Midwest at the time of the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan, I definitely enjoyed Horace Grant's help with the team and all the championships. The next one I have is part of the 88-89 Fleer set as well, and it's John Stockton's rookie card. The next one I have, if any of you watched my first video, I know not many people like these, but for some reason I like them and I think I'm going to work on the entire set. So I was able to pick another one up at my LCS, and this is the 1965 Topps Embossed Orlando Cepeda. Just different, obviously, cards, but in the same sense, I just think they're pretty cool. I currently have the Ernie Banks in a graded of that. The next one I have is the 1961 Post, Luis Aparicio. I love the postcards, and I'll share some. I have most of the 62 Post Chicago Cubs, but I've been trying to throw a few Hall of Famers in there as well. And the next one I have is a 1970 Topps scratch off of Hank Aaron. These are pretty cool too. I was able to pick this up at my LCS as well for a very, very good price. And in the same pickup, I was able to get this 1969 Topps Sporting News Carl Yastrzemski. And all these are raw. I'm fine with graded cards, but I don't mind if I'm not spending a lot of money for some of the raw cards. So the next one I have is a 1983 Topps Mike Singletary rookie card. And the last one I have for you is a dual signed TTM that I have. Anybody out there that does TTM, these two are TTM GOATs. And 90 and 100-year-old Bobby Richardson and Bobby Shantz. They played together in the 58 World Series. And just two great Yankee players and great TTMers. So if you're looking to add one, Bobby Shantz is 100 years old and still has a great signature and gets back to you in a very timely manner. So that's all the ones I have to share with you. As I mentioned earlier, Chicago fans, big weekend. Bear down. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you again.